Alright, so first things first, as usual, this is only the first impressions video. I've got a lot to say, but I'll leave the true full analysis after once I've played this character for about a week. So, look out for that one. For now though, it's crazy the level of quality increase we've been getting for heroes since last year. First with Sohei having that insane one-shot gimmick, making you have to mentally keep track of your souls too. And say what you will about Sohei, but at least that makes you actually have to play the game differently. And then with Khatoon being the most fast-paced and well-designed character in this game as a whole, with the extra having that super fun, unique deflect run ability. And now this, a whole new dodge mechanic, once again making you have to play the game differently, paired with a moveset that lets you choose between many abilities at the same time. And it's got soft feints. You love to see it. In fact, you love to see it so much that I'm gonna keep praising this hero more for a little while. Rapier? Check. Nimble female character that uses the leanness of her body to dodge incoming attacks? Check. Fast-paced and dodgy moveset that complements the exaggerated swagger of an Italian woman? Check. This is how you make female characters right. They play to their advantages, like Nobushi, like Peacekeeper, like Anuxia, and now the new girl. You can have exceptions like Valkyrie and Warmonger, but that's what they're meant to be. Exceptions. Also, she's actually got a personality, like a certain someone. Let's talk about the moveset a little bit. Average neutral attacks that then lead into 9 different abilities, each one with a relatively unique light heavy bash. And some of these are great. You got the standard attacks that you would expect from a rapier, your fast lights, kicks or pommel strikes, some bleed stuff, and even a unique pin. A very creative way to do pins, by the way. The enemy is still because they have a blade to their neck. Makes sense why they would remain in that position for a little bit. But you know what doesn't make sense? Hyper, armor, heavy attacks. So, what is this hero's identity again? Nimble, light, dodging, quick. So why does she have instant hyper armor heavies and enhanced lights on a rapier slash? For no reason. Shut up about team fights or anti-ganks. This is a dueler slash ganker character. She's meant to be really good at fighting one single individual at a time. That's why the weapon was built for. And if you want to make her good in team fights as well, you play into the dodging ability. You don't give her hyper armor. This is actually terrible and beats the point of the character in my opinion. Not everyone needs to have these properties. Not everyone needs to be good at everything. I would much rather if her way of dealing with multiple enemies was about using her special dodge ability to quickly deal stabs to everyone around her. Like say she stabs you, and then she enters this 1-second stabbing animation where if anyone hits her at that time, she automatically counters them with a quick stab as well. So if the enemy starts pressing buttons like a bunch of idiots, they're just gonna eat punches left and right. Listen, she can have those big hitboxes in that stance all she wants. She could even have a really fast, say, 600 ms, area denial, chain heavy attack in that mode. But no hyper armor, and no enhanced lights on a rapier slash. It's ridiculous. The reason I tolerate this kind of move on Khatoon, it's because Khatoon is like a warmonger. Wild, fierce, and she doesn't care about pain because that's what she is about. Also, look at this animation. She's clearly putting her all into that swing, using both blades too. In this case, she earned the only hyper armor move in her kit. Does this make sense? I hope it does. And just to touch on Feats real quick. Tier 1, perfect. Just like Khatoon's Tier 1, this feat is not only realistic, which is always cool, but plays naturally into her abilities and also looks really fun and useful as well. It's also pretty unique for Tier 1. We'll talk about balance in a week though. Tier 2. Healing is kinda weird, but healing feats are fun, so whatever. Tier 3, perfect. She instills fear on the enemy after dodging their attack perfectly. Once again, realistic in character, unique and fun. And as for the Tier 4, this is the kind of feat that you'd give to someone like a Black Prior, or a Conqueror, or better yet, one of those paladin characters with a huge shield and mace, if they're ever gonna add one, which they won't. Not an assassin girl, but all in all, despite having 2 out-of-character abilities and feats, that I've seen at least, this one looks like one of the best heroes that they've ever made. Is she the most complex hero in this game? No. Unless you can beat this, nobody's ever beating the GOAT. But is she on the level of a Khatoon or a Kensei? Well, I'll see you in the analysis video. Till later.